It's March 11th, 2024. Again, I'm inside of the United States of America with a George Washington on the front, Federal Reserve note, the In God We Trust, and the ONE on the back. Then the Jackson with the White House on the back of that. This month, there's Scout magazine. I saw for climate change, scientific purposes, what page 19 looked like, which is AI in conversion from alphabets to numbers. I'm in a 26-letter alphabet. The 48 states goes off of a 26-letter alphabet. There's been more recently some attempts, it feels like, to push into this market and look for characters that look similar, but that either use a 33 letter, same letters, but in a 33 number pattern format. I've been noticing, I don't know what French goes off of or what Italian goes off of. But I noticed the Hispanic market goes off of 33 letters. That's a problem. We are still in a 26-letter alphabet, spoken and written. I know I graduated from St. John's in 1996. And this is the 96th Oscar. I haven't seen any of them. So for this, I fast forwarded through the whatever and the whatever. It's like the theater ignored me completely, and after bastardizing the whatever, so here we are I'm an astrologic like Leo, and they hurt me by husbandry of astrologic Taurus, and then there's like this crazy theme. But I'm looking, and here we are at actress in leading role. They have her pronouncing Emma Stone as the poor thing. Which again, when they did Godzilla -1, I appreciated that because of what O&E actually represents. I did notice the Ken at the end from the Ken and Barbie, since again, I'm in dollhouse. So, I did notice that he's like, he's just Ken. Anywhere else he'd be a 10, but he's Ken. I don't know if that's an ONE reference. It kind of feels like one. And then I noticed that there's a Pacific life insurance policy, and from something called a POM, and then it has this woman in this elevator, and she's surrounded by little green men, the aliens, and they're like, we're from the satellite office. And I'm like, oh, how clever. And then they say, like, when you have free radicals, and I'm like, wow, they are really very creative at the entertainment industry when they want to be. So here we are. This is what it looks like. But again, like, they waited for the 96th anniversary, which just in numerics coincides with when I graduated high school. The lack of caring, like, it's like everybody comes through in the end, but like all along, where has the care been for the Leo? The one at gardening and flower that was going to have a synchronized child clock. I don't know. I don't know where they've been. I don't know what they've been doing.
Emma Stone. Winning Best Actress Emma Stone for Poor Things.
Most importantly, my daughter, who's going to be 3 in 3 days and has turned our lives technicolor. I love you bigger than the whole sky, my girl.
actor Ryan Gosling singing I'm Just Ken with 62 other Kens. Margot Robbie, director Greta Gerwig dancing too. And tonight, the song's co-writer and producer revealing that song almost didn't make the final cut of the movie. But director Greta Gerwig was determined. It was quite a night.
I just feel like that's like the whole, like, I'm just one, O-N-E. Just seems really important. So anyway, I'm going to rewind this and go back to that one commercial where they have these free radicals in this very theatrical commercial. First it's the Pacific Life Insurance, and I'm just going to go from the end backwards just so the timing is just right. Here we are. It says Pacific Life. Again, I'm on the Atlantic seaboard, so.
Pacific Life, creating financial security for more than 150 years.
You don't have to wait until retirement to start enjoying your plans. With Pacific Life, imagine your future with confidence. For more than 150 years, we've kept our promise to financially protect and provide, so you can look forward to exploring your family's heritage with the ones you love. Talk to a financial professional about life insurance and retirement solutions with Pacific Life.
Did I really get to explore my heritage with the ones that I love? No, not at all. In fact, it's been kept from me while I've been here the entire time. Part of the problem. All right, now it starts with a Chase Inc. commercial for business, and then it goes into the POM. But again, I know who the staff was at the bank when I worked there. I left in 2011, and when I go into the bank now, the staff has changed immensely. I don't know whose children they are.
Hey y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card. Make more of what's yours.
Invading free radicals are everywhere. Luckily, POM Wonderful's antioxidants help defend against them.
So where do you guys work?
We're from the satellite office.
Real life is scary. Protect yourself from free radicals with POM.
To the Index and Caitlin Clark does it again. Help.
Anywho, here we are at ABC, and this is what World News Tonight comes out with.
The stark warning on Capitol Hill today. America's top intelligence officials warning of the most troubling global threats right now, and the list was long. China and the potential influence over the U.S. election. The warning about Ukraine if the U.S. does not help, where Russia is now getting its weapons. And the danger here in the U.S. on our own border. Here's Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, the nation's top intelligence officials warning the U.S. faces unprecedented threats internationally and here at home. Concerns that adversaries like China and Russia might try to use the emerging technology of artificial intelligence against the U.S. in the upcoming presidential election.
The threat of malign actors exploiting these tools and technologies to undercut U.S. interests and democracy is particularly potent as voters go to the poll in more than 60 elections around the globe.
The FBI concerned about the potential that terrorists and others might try to come through a porous southern border.
A whole host of threats that emanate from the border, and some of them are criminal threats. We talked about fentanyl and violence. And then, of course, we have concerns that it could be a vulnerability that terrorist organizations could seek to exploit.
And tonight, the blunt assessment that Ukraine faces a critical window.
Ukraine's retreat from Avdiivka and their struggle to stave off further territorial losses in the past few weeks have exposed the erosion of Ukraine's military capabilities with the declining availability of external military aid. And without that assistance, it is hard to imagine how Ukraine will be able to maintain the extremely hard-fought advances it has made against the Russians, especially given the sustained surge in Russian ammunition production and purchases from North Korea and Iran.
And David, tonight the FBI director continues to warn that the terror threat is, quote, at a whole other level. And with the war still raging in Gaza, nothing has changed to diminish his concerns. David?
That list was extensive today, Pierre. Thank you. Now to the race for the White House tonight, what former President Trump said just this morning about government entitlement programs, including Social Security.
They always frighten us with that stuff. So when I go to the AI conversion to numerics in the 26-letter alphabet system, it comes up with what I equate out to climate change. That's how I explained it. The superstar, A Guide to the Stars, that's how I explained it to Nucci, was with the climate and like how to depth percept on the sphere and temperature wise. And so he has some kind of intelligence to grapple around, I guess, in here. Again, today they had some kind of special alert at school. They were sheltered in for, I think, an hour while he was in the middle school. Don't know what that was about. My mom got some kind of email. It wasn't even like a text message. It wasn't a phone call. It was just an email. I don't have an email, so I don't know. But then she gave that to me as proof of whatever. It's a BRT. I don't know what that means. I asked him. He said he thought there was some rumors swirling around whatever it was while the boys, while they were being kept inside. There was some kind of game that they were playing on the inside of the school at the time that it happened. I mean, he gave me the details, but they are whatever they are, and the whatever. So that's kind of what the only version of today that I have. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken. There was something else on that episode, something about a wrist. But I don't know what that's about at all. Again, it only comes through the television and whatever they say. Very hard to follow along.